Okay, wow. uh, Primus is such a spicy flavor. I sort of, in theory, like some Primus songs, but like I almost find myself always just a little bit uncomfortable
Yeah,
in a
that's what they're going for.
room with Primus. Like, and I'm a bass player, so I'm like supposed to be, but I was always like, I don't know. I think the tone is fascinating. The way he's playing, it's so muddy, like
Right.
like it's like it has a squelching quality.
It's yeah, it sounds like clods of dirt are being hucked at his bass, like instead of could be that instead of his fingers.
Right, which is not. I mean, normally he's a very bright tone, so it's
Yes.
very carefully done, clearly. Um, yeah, it's interesting because you even when you said in the intro, like the dirty side of Earth, and but for me, like, Earth is only like Earth is where we are grounded, where our power comes from. Like, and that's just the deep, deep dwarf in me. Like,
Right.
there's nothing bad about the Earth.
Right.
But this was, I felt dirty coming out of
Right.
this one.
Yeah, and I didn't mention this in the intro, but he's also, and you can, this is much more explicit in the original music video. He's burying his friend who he's murdered.
Right.
Um,
Yes. Yeah.
that's the whole thing sort of takes place with that sort of as the backdrop. I even did a little bit of research into the phrase of "my name is Mud," and the idea, though it's popularized, that it had to do with a Dr. Mudd who treated John Wilkes Booth after he broke his
Yes, that's
ankle.
right. Yes.
But the phrase does predate that, though that certainly became a popular theory. But the idea is just that mud is associated with dishonor. And so to say one's name is Mud is basically just to say that, like, you have been, you are recognized as being dishonorable. And so it's interesting that that's how he chooses to go.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. He has that line, and I don't remember, but he says his full name is that's
Yes,
long for Mud, and sort of
right,
the suggestion, I have chosen dishonor,
right,
the character I'm playing, like, I live in the mud, I am the mud.
yes, for
Like,
sure.
I'm so filthy, I'll just murder a guy. Like,
That's right.
yeah,
Over a common spat is how he
right,
describes it. Yep.
right. So I should say, if you're watching this video and you don't know what we're talking about right now, this is a part of a series of videos in a playlist. So this is episode 1, the Earth playlist. Look for that if this is weird to you right now.
So this is the third video, the intro
Right.
video, the Primus video. This is the third video.
Right.
Yeah.
We probably won't explain this always,
Every
but
time.
for this episode, we're going to make things clear. Wow. Anything else you want to say about that one?
No, I think that one pretty much speaks for itself. I will say I didn't do the original music video. I liked the connection to Woodstock, particularly because Woodstock is known for being very muddy and dirty, but also just because the original Primus video is even more disturbing than the song on its own. And I didn't want to lose everybody on the first song right out of the gate. So,
So in the spirit of not losing everybody, what's next?
Right. So it's not going to get any happier on this one. It does. Stick with us to the third song, and then I'll turn it around. But the second one is by Tom Waits, who Tom Waits and Les Claypool, who's the bass player and lead singer for Primus, are very much cut from the same cloth. They actually did one song together called Tommy the Cat, which is fun to hear them both together. But they did another song together too called On the Coattails of a Dead Man. But this one is called Hell Broke Loose. And this concept of Earth is this is an anti-war song. He's written a few, but they tended to be later in his career, which I find interesting considering that he started during Vietnam, but he wasn't writing really a lot of protest songs back then. His protest songs came more during the Gulf War era, or the second Gulf War era. Anyway, so this one is The Earth That We Fight Over.
Okay. All right. Well, let's give it a listen in.